run here for J.D. McKissick.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, Gibson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Wentz eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Sanders last week, there isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Another run with Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Go! 18 Ramblers.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts on the move to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football, and he's got a first.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Let's go now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And a call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On second and very short, Wentz. A throw to the flat here from McKissick.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at about the 32.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arm's got plenty of life to it. And that was a thing of beauty there.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run with Sanders. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Another run here with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side. After a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Wentz.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 22. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Hey, check that. Ready?
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with it.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a carry for Sanders. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Here's Sanders. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Got McKissick, and he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
To throw is Wentz. This pass hauled in by Dotson.
Hang in there now.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a third and long now after that sack. They'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. This is Carter. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen. but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for two. Hurts will throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works. Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Wentz and the Commanders down by 2 touchdowns, 20 seconds to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this one is incomplete. Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Play a little aggressive, baby. Go.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And this one too low. If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wentz now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One final try now for Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory. They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it